Hey Anonymai, welcome to another coin roll hunt. This is going to be another one of those short penny hunts of an old bank wrapped roll, and I will call this an original bank wrapped roll. This is a Bank of America from the 1960s, and it is a 1968 San Francisco issued penny roll. This is not a terribly hard year and mint mark to find. I actually have two 68s. Depending on how this goes, I'll probably get rid of one of the rolls, my least favorite. I usually only keep one, maybe two rolls. If it's either a cheap date, I'll keep two, or if it's a particularly cool roll, I'll keep a second one. But this one does have a piece of tape on it. Looks like maybe the roll was getting loose at some point and somebody shored it back up. But we are about to undo that and dig in. Doing a very small amount of research on this. This is a very typical price, bell curve price. If you find an MS 66, you're looking at about a $20 coin, graded $20. If you are looking at a 67, that's where you're in the money, and it's somewhere between $100 and $200. So as you can see, I'm shifting this around. Those rims are glittering pretty nicely. However, I do have these two rolls here. This one has really strong, just beautiful strikes, but there's more bagging and contact marks and rubbing, and this one here had a little bit higher grades, but it wasn't quite as flashy. So, depending on how this goes, one of those will probably be going away. So let's take a look at the top several coins here. Here's the end coin. See, it's got a little bit of darkness in the center where it was exposed to the air, and maybe even a fingerprint. So at first glance, it's a pretty clean coin. It's got just a little bit of a stripe from a wheel mark, I think. Yeah, maybe not though, I don't know. It's clean. Let's call it MS. Let's look at the reverse. So it's a pretty hard strike on the reverse. All the steps are there. It's borderline 64, 65. I'll go 64 because it had a little bit of questionable color. This one is nice as well. It's got good color. There's decent strikes, these areas that I'm looking for with that usually have a low amount of detail, do have some detail. Behind the ear, on the hair, and in his jacket, it doesn't look too bad. This one's a lot less contact marky, and the color is appealing. It's not, doesn't look like a stripe. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a 65. I'll continue to go through this roll. And this one's got a couple of contact marks out in the fields that are heavier, although the color is very interesting. I think we might have a good roll in terms of color. They're bright red, but it's kind of a mixture of the oranges and the reds. Really adds a lot of depth. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing and let you know how it goes. Wish me luck. Okay guys, I went through this thing and I'm very pleased with this roll. I don't have any graders or money coins or anything like that. Even up here, it's a 66 is a $20 coin in the slab, and it costs $20 to get it graded. So this is not a grader roll. Overall, though, this is a very consistent, very beautiful roll. I've been having quite a lot of luck with these loose, non-backdoor frap old craft wrappers. If you can tell that it's a real original bank wrap, there's something about them that the air is able to permeate into the roll. The swings in the humidity, I don't know what it is, the chemicals that can leak in slowly, but there's so much more color potential. They're not all like that. I'm not promising that if you find rolls like this that they'll be pretty. I'm not saying that at all. Some hideous ones get wet and humid and green and spotted and gross, but Some of the most beautiful colored ones that I've opened have come from rolls like this. I'll just take the camera down and give you a little peek. Sorry about that. Give you a little peek at what I'm seeing here. And you can see the cartwheel of light as we move around. It's really just this beautiful mix of oranges, reds, and in a few spots, just a hint of a kind of a silvery metallic coming through, which would have probably eventually become purple, but right now it's so light in color that that's not what you see. There's the enders right here. You can see the discoloring from the exposure. I only had one turd in the whole thing, and even then it's not that bad. It didn't have, the whole roll just didn't have spots, which I love. And it didn't have wheel marks, which are something I keep running into. The 64s were some of the most beautiful 64s I've ever begrudgingly put in a 64 pile. Let me just pull one out. And the reasons these were getting 64s were contact marks. The luster was gorgeous. The cartwheel of color, the color was gorgeous. The cartwheel was great. This one has a spot on his shoulder. That might have been what I had to knock this one for. I'll pull out another 64 just at random. I mean, these are nice coins. People would gladly put that in an album. I'll give you a little closer look at some of these that almost made 66, but I think in all cases what held them back were contact marks. So they made 65 pluses. Isn't that beautiful? The color is out of the park. Grand slam. Just enough depth to make it not a red scent, but a really gorgeous scent. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. I really enjoyed this roll. Like I said, I have two here. One of them had lower grades, but some really banging strikes. This one had slightly higher grades, but the strikes weren't as good. Since I've exceeded the grade that I thought I had in this one, I'll probably say goodbye to this one and hang on to this weird proof-like struck one and let that hit the marketplace. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Not every roll is this fun, but I had a lot of fun. So give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you guys are finding any good rolls out there. I'm hoping I inspire somebody to go to their local coin shop and dig through some penny rolls. So leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Happy hunting.